Etna. Oh my goodness, y'all. We got a few things to talk about. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to let a few more of you pour in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Y'all. Remember when I told y'all the Snitch Olympics was well underway? What everybody's about to bear witness to in the industry, not just Black Hollywood, not just white Hollywood, but in general. You're about to start seeing people draw some very hard lines. People are going to start disassociating from each other out of fear. Hey, Vintage Paris Diana. Hey, my Nikki. Hey, Sherman. Hey, Komika. So what you think about Jay-Z, Beyonce and Jay-Z going after Pierce? Oh, baby. I can tap into that tonight, y'all. If you want me to do a deep dive and upload it, let me know. Hey, Afro Lioness. Hey, Terry. Hey, Aries. Oh, thank you. Hey, Kiki. Yes, welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays. Okay, so you said please do. I'll do the light tap in tonight, and if it gets really deep, then I'll do a tap in. As y'all can see, Emilio Cucci goes to New York, went up this morning. We have two more in the Life After Puffy series that are currently uploading. They should be up before this live is done. TD Jakes won the contest. And then, I saw that even more people on the second day were interested in Meek Mills. So those are the next two coming up. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Charm. Yeah. I think what was interesting about the Emilio Cucci reading was, hey, Cashmere, was that it tied into a Tory reading that I did, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago at least, when Tory was convicted. I said that the people who helped to put him in there as he gets closer to coming home, they would face going in. And it would be like a changing of the guards. They would both cross each other, going in and coming out. And the part that correlated between the two readings was that I said that when the next time comes around for Tory and Megan to go to court, she's not going to have the same support because everybody's hands is going to be tied. They're going to be busy. They're going to have too much on their plate to be concerned with what's going on with her. And as we can see what's going on, you can definitely understand why that's a thing now, because the feds are now investigating Jay-Z and Beyonce. So it would make sense that if at ever there was a time where these two were just not interested in supporting anything that she has going on, out of necessity, right now would be the time that they just don't have the extra resources to give to her that they usually would give. Hey, Queen Gigi. Yeah, so to see that just come out in his reading that I did yesterday was interesting, because it looks like the very thing that he didn't want to do, which was move the case from California to New York, case, not only is it, moved to federal court, because a lot of times employment law varies in federal law as well. So that wasn't a surprise. The surprise is it's in the same district court that is investigating the Carters, Puffy, and the mayor of New York. So right now, that courthouse is on high alert and they're not taking anything by chance. So it could possibly be investigated a lot further and way more thoroughly because of all the things that are coming out, blockbuster things that are coming out through that same district. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hey, Vanny Best, how are you? So, y'all, when I say it's about to get different, it's about to get very, very different. I love you too. Well, I don't remember saying I love you, but thank you. Well, at least if you're trolling me, I got the nice trolls this evening, so I'll take it. You're welcome. Yeah. Hey, Mystic. Yeah, it's about to get very, very, very interesting. That's all I can tell you. I came up with pumpkin spice season. I told y'all pumpkin spice season would be lit. Cass Tarot, she told us, to peppermint season, which we know, is the last holiday season of the year. Y'all, these folks got so much going on. Nancy Grace is gonna end up being the EGOT winner. She's gonna have the best content for the next 2 years. Hey, Central Sassy, I'm doing good. How are you? Hey, say hello from Texas. Hey, Lopez. Hey, Angie. Okay, I see. I got Arab print in the text. Baby, I don't know the country or how to read that, but hello. So, hey, Yashika. Hey, Trisha. Liv, what's your real name? What is your real name, Liv? Yes, I just started. We haven't tapped into anything too deep. We actually just were speaking on the Emilio Cucci case being relocated from California to New York. And even though that's the last thing he wanted because they didn't want home court advantage, it's actually working out to his behalf because there is no home court advantage when people are being investigated. Okay, I got Indonesia. Thank you for the compliment. See that there go the bots changing up. I had the nice sweet ones. So yeah. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Yes, the trolls are hilarious. So did you hear about Devontae included in the Diddy case? He's been rumored to be included for years, so I'm definitely not surprised to hear that. Thank you, Shamika. Shout out from Brazil. Hey. Is this person guessing my age? Because you almost made me cuss. Somebody in the sometimes y'all can't see the playback, but somebody in the chat is asking my age, and I see an 85. Oh my gosh. Hello from Colombia. Hi, sweetie. How are you? If I'm 85, I look great. Oh my God. I keep telling myself to stop talking to the trolls. I haven't learned my lesson yet. Oh my goodness. It's literally a guessing game for my age down here. I don't see anybody getting it right, but keep going. Y'all, even the bot names are hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, so that must be somebody from Houston. Talking about shout out from the city of Screw. Oh man. Okay, you're actually one of my people, so of course you would get it right. I'm gonna stop reading these because I tell you I'm having too much fun. You said hello from Australia. Hi, baby. How are you? Yeah. So give me some stuff to tap in on, so I can stop entertaining myself with these trolls. Oh man. Don't you tell me hello from Diddy's house. You keep that transmission to your damn self. Oh, oh man. Hey, the journey. Hey, say hey, Miss Zoe. Hey, Tess. How are you, baby? I haven't seen you in a second. Good. I got some real people in here. Hey, Sharon. You know what? I usually don't come on here with a particular list. Um, y'all want to tap into the energy around Krishan and her upcoming gospel album? Hey, Songbird. Hey, AJ Beauty. I haven't really read into Krishan's energy in a while, but I thought it was cool for Timberland to give her the kind of shout out he did where he took her vocals and mixed them down into a track. I thought that was dope. He said Dexter from Trinidad. Hey, thank you for the subscription. You said Chris Shine's attorney is going after James, so that's interesting. Oh, thank you, Dexter. Um, no, what I said is that Timberland actually gave a nod, like a shout out to Chris Shine, and he took some vocals that she had from an interview where she was talking about doing Christian hip hop. And he took her vocals and mixed them down on a track and showed that it actually could work. It could sound good. So I thought that was a huge shout out to her that he would even entertain that. Yeah, I thought that was nice of Timberland too, because he didn't have to do that. Yeah, Songbird. But see, this is not just a beat maker. This is a producer who also knows how to mix and engineer his own music. This is what happens when they will put a real budget behind you to hire somebody that has an ear for music. Because he has an ear for music, he knew exactly how to align her voice in that track. And I like that he used symphonic type of percussion for the dramatic effect. He made it sound score like, which was dope. Well, thank you, Songbird. Yeah, it takes someone that has an ear for music to do what he did. Cause you can take anything and turn it into a strong project. Okay, who is this? Let's just get you out of here, cause you're not gonna spam me all night. Yeah, it takes a person that has a very, very keen ear to listen and find the pocket and then place you in the pocket and make it sound like it was supposed to sound that way. You're absolutely right. The interview did not sound anywhere close to as good as he made her sound. He made her sound confident, he made her sound strong, and it actually matched. Yes, Megan said the bots are starting already. They came early. Yes, they did. I haven't even got into anything yet. They had a guessing game on my age and everything. You said, said yes. I was send them a mixtape. Laugh out loud. Just kidding. I mean, listen though, seriously. If he was to sit down with Krishan and let her talk and guide her through something the way that he set that up, they could have an award-winning project and actually possibly with the following that she has, she could have a solid Grammy nod next, well, not next year 2025, but like 2026, because we're already in the 2025 Grammy season. Matter of fact, that's what we could tap into, y'all. Let's tap into 2025 Grammy season, because that will be the anniversary of my channel receiving bots, okay? I did a live on a certain person's speech at the Grammys. And after I did a live on that speech, I have had bots ever since. So let's tap into the energy around the Grammys for 2025. So I just wanted her to heal and turn her life around. She's young and still can clean up her image a bit. Oh, I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that. I'm going to tap into her energy around this project, and then we're going to do the Grammys. Hey, from Las Vegas. So have you seen the video of the government helicopter sabotaging the people on the ground? Oh, wow. Distributing supplies after the hurricane. No, I haven't seen that at all. And that sounds horrible, especially when the people down there have been applying for FEMA and they can't even get past the application process to receive it. Love from Auckland, New Zealand. Hi. Oakland, California. What's good? Show me the energy around Krishan and this gospel album. If she takes it serious, what can we expect? So if she does take this serious, okay, we got the Six of Cups here to the Seven of Pentacles. It's showing that there will be investments, and people that have worked with her in the past will definitely come back to invest. So that's a good sign. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Y'all, when the cards go under my seat, this is when I know it's going to be something. Where'd it go? There was more than one card. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. I knew it was going to be something. Who's singing Big Back? So look, this is what her downfall is going to be. I don't know why she can't see this coming, but we see it coming, okay? Two of Pentacles, juggling, the lover, unrequited offer. So her depending on Blueface is going to continue to be a catastrophe, okay? is going to keep leading to unrequited offers. But, you know, it's still her choice to make. I don't know what card readers you watch, and why do all the card readers have big girls? I don't know what all ones you watch, but okay. Okay, so yeah, she's still being hard-headed. She's still being hard-headed, y'all, because we've got the we got the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, it's like she should have walked away from a situation, and her not being concerned when she should have been concerned. She wasn't watching her money. She let her money get caught up thinking she could trust in something that she couldn't, because she was focused on, you know, the keeping the public persona going. But she's gonna have to make some very, very strong, sound decisions about who she walks away from, who she continues to deal with, because it's gonna make the difference between her making a comeback and her being in poverty. So she's also going to have to be very careful about the company she keeps. Like I said, removing people from her life, not dealing with certain people, because here it is, things that she plans to keep secret could be brought to light. She has some people around her right now that financially and mentally, they're not in the right place and space. These people may possibly try to sell her information for a come up. And here it is. Unfortunately, whoever this is somebody who could be cross-addicted. And they're considering their options after she may have separated herself because she had to. So, sadly, she's got some family members and some friends that are close to her that could really, really throw her under the bus for an opportunity for themselves, due to not thinking straight, thinking out of addictive mindset. Yeah. The Sun. This is something to bring happier times from this person, because you got right here the Ace of Swords, which represents the truth, and the King of Pentacles, which is like a provider, someone who will provide an income for the truth. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if somebody very close to her starts selling stories. Hey Zion, beautiful, how are you? Said, hey Angel, who have we talked about? So this is my first pull of the night. We're reading on the energy around Krishan now that she wants to do the gospel album. Of course, we know a huge downfall for her that she's not willing to let go of yet is Blueface. Her money is upside down. It's like she's coming out of it, this anxiety, but she didn't pay attention when people were telling her to walk away. She still has the ability to, you know, draw attention, the Queen of Wands, but, you know, she has some secrets that, unfortunately, some people that are very close to her can leak, especially for a price, if they could get paid by the blogs to leak this information, because she's focusing on herself. And since we can't get you to give us nothing, whether you got it or not, we'll get it off of your name, allegedly. Hey, Cass. Hey, Kay Halliday. Yeah, so she's got to simplify the group that's around her, to simplify her life one way or the other. But it looks like this is a good thing, because as she does this, as she gets to clearing these people out of her life, it's going to help her to elevate, because a lot of these people, they don't mean her any good anyway. So she's going to have some get real tough moments with some people who rely on her, who depend on her stability. I think she's finally starting to understand that the only one that she is necessarily obligated to take care of is Junior. And it's some people that's feeling some type of way about her figuring this out. So here we go, Knight of Wands to the Wounded Warrior. That's even more interesting because it's like she's got to be very mindful and careful about the people that come around her, because she's going to start figuring out that people are sent to her in secret to get in and to get out, but they need certain information or certain things to happen when they get in and get out. So this is another reason why she has to separate herself from everyone. Would you say greetings from Puerto Rico? Hi, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, so it's like she's having a lot of hard realities, whether she wanted to or not. Her going to jail is definitely showing her the truth about what's important in her life. Yeah, she's thinking about opportunities that she could have missed. You got the Three of Wands to the Nine of Wands. So that's the opportunities and ships coming in. The Wounded Warrior, Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So now she's thinking about, like, I've lost a lot of money. People have walked away from me due to life problems. So she's definitely looking towards happier times. But she's definitely in the point where she's considering her options because her money is all upside down, like due to the legal situations and the not working. Her money is definitely not where it needs to be. Yeah, and it's putting some heavy burdens on her. And this is another reason why she can't save anybody in the family right now. But see, she's tapping in. And her tapping into her intuition is actually going to bring her money. So this is the project, okay? Hold on, let me cover this one up. So we've got the star at the bottom of the deck, which represents hope. Her hope and her stardom now is going to take her in the direction of using her intuition and tapping into her spirituality for work. So it's actually, ordained for her to go through everything that she's gone through so that she can share this message, because it's like, whether people believe it or not, like it or not, there's someone that she can minister to that the average person, the average churchgoer can't talk to. Just like, if you think about, for my generation, no matter how out the box you thought DMX was a prophet. DMX can pray over a whole arena, and I've watched him do this several times. He could pray over a whole arena, and I don't care what the faith is of the arena, everybody bows their head in prayer. Every single show he's ever done. So imagine if she is able to turn her image and give that image, that growth to this next generation. That's going to be major. Because who could minister to these girls that's out here acting like baddies but a girl who's been through it and back again? So I feel like her changing would be necessary to help elevate and raise this vibration from this whole hot girls and city girls culture, because she's been in it. So anybody that, let's get rid of you, hold on. Yeah, anybody who's really been in the trenches, she's someone they can listen to because they know that she's been there and she understands. So it looks like this is going to turn out to be a really great idea for her. And if she takes this serious, this is going to be one of the best projects that she's ever done. So she needs to get on the first thing smoking, whoever her management team is. Contact Timberland while he thinks it's a good idea to support and back her, and see if he'll work with her. because I see really, really great things coming out of this project if it's produced to the quality of the snippet that he put out. So yeah, I'm seeing that this is actually a great look for Krishan. So score one for her. Isaiah, I just finished talking about Krishan, her gospel album that she was talking about. If she takes this serious, it really would be a great project for her. So, like I said, she's got to take this serious. Hopefully, don't play in God's face. He's giving you a chance for redemption, and through this redemption, you sharing your testimony, you can actually really be of help to somebody while making money to do it. So, I think it's a good look. All righty, let me ignore these last two because those are definitely trolls. So, y'all, let's tap into the energy coming up for the next Grammys. Because like I was saying, it will be the anniversary of me having all these trolls because the Grammy started this for me. Said, I really hope it works out. She is around my child's age, and I would say just a lost soul trying to find her way. May God bless her. I wish her the best. I mean, we've all had a point where we've needed some type of redemption, and if she can find it while offering it to others, then I say, hey, hats off and salutes to her. Alrighty, show me the energy around next year's Grammys. Okay, we've got one face down and one face up. Face up, we've got the Knight of Cups, which represents an offer, proposition, King of Coins. Now that's very interesting. The offer coming from the King of Coins. Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Somebody's about to catch a big freeze at this next Grammys, y'all. You say, absolutely, my 20s were a fool, but I made it. Listen, only thing that a lot of people in my age group can say is thank God that we didn't have the social media that y'all have today. Because there's no telling what y'all would see if it was social media out 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Just imagine what it was like for like Motown and Chess Records and all those companies on tour, especially on those big buses. Imagine what it was like for them if they had social media. That would be crazy. Because I could tell you back then, if I had social media, ooh, mercy. Said, I guess the new trend. I don't know why you here. You said this one doesn't have long nails. I just took a short break. Don't get used to it. Yeah, tell me about this offer from this King of Coins, because this is somebody that's high up in the Grammys. Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups. Oh, baby, listen. Now, y'all know who the King of Cups is, right? So we're talking about what the King of Cups has invested. No, not the camel. The camel is a fire sign. So we've got the death sign, the sun. So what that's telling me, because the cup is the diddler. They're trying to erase anything that has his signature and memory attached to this next Grammy show. But the crazy thing is, we're going to feel that run a lot deeper than you would think, because Seven of Pentacles is also the as you sow, so shall you reap card. And then the death means there has to be a transition, a final transition that brings a new beginning. Y'all, these people, the gatekeepers, remember I started telling y'all about the gatekeepers last year? They're about to flex and show their power for this next Grammys. Tell me more about how these people are about to flex their power. Somebody's about to have new business opportunities and ventures slow down for them. Yeah. High Priestess, Five of Pentacles. Now, I'm going to give y'all a second to figure out who this is that's about to get froze out in secret. Also, this person is considered High Priestess status. Yes, Cashmere. Come on now, say hey, Miss Zoe. I see it, Tess. Yep, Isaiah. I told y'all last year, when a certain person stood up and said what they said, they activated the anger of some gatekeepers. We're about to see those gatekeepers slow down all things in secret for this high priestess. They're about to freeze her out. Now, I told y'all that this would happen in country music. Award season is going to be mighty frosty. And we're not just talking the CMAs. This is going to carry across. I told y'all she was going to catch a stray because her husband didn't know. Yep. Didn't I tell y'all these people would even utilize, the justice system? Fraternal order to fraternal order. Got justice and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. This is why you got to know your position and watch your mouth. Never overplay your hand. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles in the Sun. Yeah. Things are gonna be exposed that have to do with business and the both of their money. And look at this. My intuition. I knew when you said what you said, we were done. We were cut off. What was said last year is going to be felt this award season year. Now, I know y'all saw they said she didn't get any CMT nominations. I'm here to let you know that Album of the Year nomination, forget about it. Forget about it. You said, will Nikki win? I see Nikki receiving everything back that was withheld from her. And part of it is going to be to rub it in these people's face. at one point in time, the camel was used to keep Nikki off balance. They're going to put Nikki back where she belongs to help him be unbalanced. Well, here's the thing. Nobody cares to tell your future at all. So let me help you back to the streets. There you go. Hey, Tea with Tia. Nice to see you here. Said, if anything, Nikki should win the Grammy for the song Everybody. I agree, because that song was everywhere. It even made the sample for the song more popular until, we see it in automobile ads. I will say this, though. Right now, Nikki's winning streak is so amazing that if you don't like her, you have no choice but to like her, because she's the winning ticket. Hey, T. You said, so even like Brian spoke out against her winning. Said Cowboy Carter will be Joanne's biggest failure of her career. Unfortunately, it already is. Hey, say hey from Southern Cali. Said, will she get more than one Grammy? I'm not going to say that she's going to get a plethora of Grammys. I will say this. The Grammys is going to finally, they're going to come full circle, and I'll put it this way. They're going to come full circle and clout chase Nikki's success, which means they're going to have to acknowledge her, and they're going to have to give her an award of some kind, some type of, lifetime achievement icon award, because you literally cannot have the conversation without Nikki this year. If we have to count sales and merch into you getting a Grammy, Nikki's top running for that, because whose sales and merch has been consistently next to hers in the genres that she's in, pop, rap, hip hop. Nobody's close when it comes to what she's sold. And that's just being honest. So if they were going to do it by the numbers, she would definitely win. But that's an if. Said, wish she was a role model and not a... Okay, well, hopefully you have a role model and not a horror model. I hope you're that as well. Said, what does Piers Morgan really feel about Beyonce and her has-been? Ooh, Tez. Now that's... Let's get off into some things, because I already said I was going to tap into that. And if that one becomes a deep dive, then I'll do a bigger, more in-depth reading tomorrow. But Pierce. Let me change the deck. Mystic said, I've been waiting for this. Listen, I think I'm going to do a deep dive of this, but I'm just going to do a light tap in. But sometimes my light tap ins turn into rabbit holes. Y'all know how it is. No, you didn't say goody rabbit hole time. Stop it. I didn't even read that yet. No wonder they gave me this chair with these rabbit ears. They knew I was going to live in a rabbit hole. Pierce. Come on, Pierce. Show me the energy around Pierce after he got the cease and desist. Show me the energy around Pierce after he got the cease and desist. Show me the energy around Pierce after he got the cease and desist. Now, 2 cards out already face down. Okay, so he's like, okay, he's like they came out of nowhere after this opportunity, but he sees this as his ships coming in. Why does Pierce see this as his ships coming in? Oh, is he fixated on Beyonce? Because she will be the Queen of Pentacles. Why does he see this as his ships coming in? He feels slighted by this because he feels like they're blocking his money. They're slowing down opportunities for him. Oh, Lord. Yeah. So he's like, I just celebrated all these people watching me. We got to talking about the footage that is attached to these parties. Y'all, this is about to get interesting. I think Pierce is on to something. He feeling some type of way. Yeah. So, I think they may have sent him on a personal tangent, everybody, because you've got the Queen of Wands here and the Two of Pentacles, which means, he's in this duality space. He's looking at this as, okay, this is a very high profile person. He went back and forth with this. He did not want to rescind this. He didn't want to apologize. His back was definitely against the wall. He was forced. This was not a situation where he chose to make this offer. So now he feels like, talking about these parties brought heavy burdens. He's extending the olive branch. I'm going to offer. So he feels like I offer the opportunity for both sides to speak. I offered for both sides to speak. Yeah. He's like, you guys decided to be top silent about secrets and whatnot that was going on. Here it is. You got the high priestess with this huge moon behind her back. So now he's become a conspiracy theorist for real, because it's like, soon as we get to talking about the unknown, you bring all these lawyers, the House of Swords. You bring, these big lawyers to control me. Okay, so we've got the star here. So they let me cover up her little bitties. Hold on. He feels like there's hope here. There's a bigger story here attached to the past. Yeah, if they had left him alone, this would blow over. But he's now possibly going to get into investigative reporting about the past. He wants to dig now. Hey, DS Raven. Yeah. Yeah, he feels betrayed. He feels super betrayed. He feels like they slowed his money down. They slowed down opportunities for him with this new action, this new behavior. Because I keep getting, I gave you the opportunity to speak. I gave you the opportunity to respond. So it's like, I give you the opportunity to respond, and instead of you responding, you're taking money out my pocket. Yeah, this is about to get personal. Yep. He's coming down on them, y'all. You got the faith card here. That's somebody praying, hoping, wishing on a star, the past. He's about to start really researching, and it might start light, but it's going to become sort of like a closet passion for him to gather information from the past, to research things, to figure out fact from fiction. And do not be surprised when the tides turn that he has a whole plethora of information and he revisits this topic, because he did not, I repeat, he did not want to, buckle to this demand, and he feels like it's unfair. Yeah, they about to get done up. I agree. I don't think it was a setup for Pierce to have a reason. I think Pierce now has a reason out of pure pettiness. See, they stepped on his toes in his own arena. This is a man who has never had to beg anyone's pardon. He's never had to step it down and bring it back. So now he's going to make sure the next time he reports, I don't have to say allegedly. I found the facts. They got a hound on their ass. Hello from Brazil. Hi, Brazil. Yeah. So he's the male Nancy Grace. He's definitely about to be. My hero edit said my friend pulled a prank on me saying my crush liked me, but he didn't, and I'm embarrassed myself and my friends laugh, but they're still my friends because I don't want to be alone. Sweetheart, you might just want to start figuring out how to be alone, because real friends know when to draw the line. Said they're out there making everyone mad, not knowing everyone is, yeah, not everybody is to be pushed. And it seemed like once they pushed him and they stepped on his toes, it's like they injured his pride, and he's not one to allow you to hurt his pride. So this is like Jason Lee, the British edition. It's like, oh, you're gonna mess with my credibility, you're gonna mess with my platform. Just wait. Yeah. So you've got Ace of Cups and the Seven of Coins. So that right there is stating to me that he's going to be delving into information attached to their marriage, things that they've invested in, and he's going to save this information for a later date. Oh, you can keep that, Optimus Prime Rib. We don't take hate from anywhere. You keep that. That's all yours. So it's true they threatened him and didn't actually send a cease and desist. He said he received a cease and desist. He said never in the history of his show has he ever retracted a statement. But he was going to take everything down because of the cease and desist. But I see that he's angry because it's like I gave you ample opportunity to speak and to give, proper context. Like I gave you the right to deny what was being said. You could have even issued the statement through your lawyer. Why would you come back afterwards and snowball me? Nope, I didn't even turn on Station Head. I'm not gonna stay up tonight because I am tired, y'all. Said, is Pierce backed by MAGA? That's a very interesting question because if I'm not mistaken, he is, and y'all know how MAGA is. So if he is backed by MAGA, I already told y'all that MAGA was gonna be moving like the hand of God on behalf of Tory, and anything that has to do with people that they figure are a part of Kamala's campaign anyway, it's all going to be in the same, jurisdiction for them. They were already on them. Said the Carters are also friends with Meg and Harry. It might be the reason why Pierce is also interested in this. I think it's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. Right, right. Say hey, Miss Zoe. That's exactly what it was. They came after the credibility of his brand, and that's where he's pissed because his brand, his name is a strong brand. So now it's like that you're playing with his name, you're playing with his brand, his livelihood, his everything that he's built. He doesn't take well to that. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups. He wants to know how much they have invested into these secret parties, the hermit mode and death. So he's like, okay, so y'all want to single me out and you want to, squeeze out freedom of speech. You want to bring it into who it is and what it is that I am and what I do. So once again, this is falling under the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups. Like, I came to you with an offer. So it wasn't like, what I'm getting is he didn't blindside them. He gave them an opportunity to respond, and he was going to let them respond in their full, dexterity. I don't see where he hid anything from them. He actually gave them, he gave them the same opportunity that Jaguar had. They didn't take it. But the Hermit, it's like they're trying to force him into hermit mode, put him in a position to where he, will be ostracized, so to speak, and he's not for it. Well, this is not just about Bay. Y'all got to understand that this is way bigger than them. We're talking about, full government investigations. So I can understand why they would want the conversation to be, pretty much stamped out because there's a current investigation going on. But this is bigger than just Bay and her star power. This is an investigation into both parties in the marriage. And right now, that is definitely the wrong conversation to be had because we're talking about never getting out of prison. Well, Jack doesn't have to help him out because he's a part of a big conglomerate. But I think what's going to happen is that, like I said, they're going to stockpile information, and when they get, the corporate clearance, he's going to be allowed to ride Jay-Z's back when things start coming out to the media. And he has a really, really big voice in the media. So I don't think Jay wants those kinds of problems because they're going to back Pierce. Say no matter the same issue with their business or the first job. Okay, that's a random question that makes no sense. Megan Thee Stallion from Walmart. You are out of your whole entire rabbit mind. Let's get you out of here. Yeah, so they've definitely made a terrible enemy for the media's sake. This, like I said, this would be like, if you could take Jason Lee and Nancy Grace and put them into the same person. Now imagine making an enemy with either one of them, and they get, exclusives, and they get juice that nobody else has, and all they got to do is just sit on it and wait. Definitely not somebody you would want, to report on you if you end up in a situation where you end up in court and this person is the one that they assign to, reporting on your case. The bourbon shop. Oh, I have to check you out because I'm a bourbon girl. So yeah, Pierce over there feeling quite pierced for sure. But it looks like he's gonna get his lick back. He's just waiting for an onslaught of evidence to meet. I want to say pretty much like update the case. Like soon as the FBI updates the case and they make the docket, public for everybody to read. Don't be surprised if Pierce is, right there waiting. I mean, here's the thing that y'all got to think about. They did not sue Jaguar, right? They did not try to put a gag order on Jaguar, right? All they asked was for Pierce Morgan to remove her portion of the series. Y'all better start paying attention to the way these people are using their lawyers. Wouldn't you put a cease and desist on her personally and a gag order on her so that she couldn't go to any network affiliate and speak? But I'm going to tell you why I believe, in my own opinion, why they haven't. I believe why they haven't and why they won't is that if she comes to court and they have to make her, tell why she thinks these things actually happen, even if there's something in there that isn't true, if she comes out with something that's even bigger than what she already said, it leads to a huge major investigation. And I don't think they want that kind of smoke. Yeah, said don't want to touch Jaguar will give her credibility. Yeah, that too, most definitely. But not only give her credibility, if you take her to court, the burden of proof is on you, not her. So you got to prove that she's lying. And then if she starts to, give proof with evidence for all the things that she's said, now those things are on the record and there's some investigations open. And so, yeah, all the way around. Don't want to give any notoriety to her, don't want to give any validity to what she's saying, and don't want her to come to court to where they can prove or disprove what she's saying. Hey, Scarlett. We're going to get you out of here because this is not the free Diddy watch party. You need to go to a county jail shower for that. We're not waiting for him over here. Said you need a moderator. I have some, but I guess My ladies, they get busy. Hey, if y'all could see how many bots run through here versus my numbers versus the bots, you be shocked. You said, "Oops, not the shower." Listen, that's the only place they're gonna be talking about Free Diddy. They can't wait for him to get there. So Jaguar Wright said, "If you ask me to, I will pull up to court and prove it to you." Yeah, that's what I said. They don't want her to come to court because then they would have to prove that she's lying. And then, whatever she presents before the court, if it's considered reasonable, now you've opened up Pandora's box. Okay, let me see what y'all talking about down here. Looks like all bots so far. You can't apply to the link in the video to be a mod. I would have to pick you. Don't misdirect people on my video. Let's see. I had to look back to see what Mike said. He looked like you getting a tad bit excited. Thank you for whoever is telling Mike to behave. Said Jaguar said in her latest interview that the camel doesn't like Kendrick and gave him the Super Bowl to stir up beef around was I guess him being chosen. Well, you have to think if they're saying it could have been him or Taylor Swift. I knew it wasn't going to be Taylor Swift because he just insulted her at Grammys. Thank you for the apology, Mike. Said, I don't know if you answered this, but is Bay. Every once in a while they show the son, but I don't dabble in talking about children under 18. Said the diddler is requesting his trial be in April or May of 2025. Do you think he will be granted bail on his third attempt? I don't think they want to let him go at all. Um, it's too many. It's too many factors here. Um, you can't be sure that he won't escape. You can't be sure that people won't be harmed. It's just too many wild cards. Are you married? Why does that matter? Says she said he doesn't like Kendrick for basically the same reason he doesn't like Nikki. Um, we can tap into that. Hey, Lady J. Hey, Cat Eyes. R.I.P. to King Von. He said Diddy may not make it to his trial. I think they will have him at that trial like weekends at Bernie's if they have to. What he needs to worry about is whatever happens the week after the trial. Remember, Epstein made it to trial. He didn't make it too far after that. How you know I'm married calling people demons? You could tell by the body language. Can you? Okay. I'll take that. Says, let's get you out of here because you're definitely a paint chip eater. Have you heard about Diddy's plane being in Cabo San Lucas or Australia? I never heard about that, but for sure, I've been telling people for about a year now that this case is going to turn international, and it turned international this week because he's being investigated in the UK for similar offenses. You say, here comes the trolls. Say, yeah, will Ye and Bianca divorce? Okay, that's definitely an interesting one. Um, let's look into them because I just I feel like she was sent to him, and by the time he realized what was going on, he was kind of like a deer caught in the headlights. Ye and his wife. Show me the energy around Ye and his wife. Ye and Bianca. Ye and Bianca. Okay, so he definitely wants balance through a new beginning, but he's trying to figure out how to do it without losing all his money. Somehow, some way, she's tied into his money big time. What in the world are y'all talking about? Yeah. So yeah, it's like something is happening that's trying to keep him from manifesting that change that he needs to get balanced through a new beginning. Megan, I was trying to read it and keep it together. Oh yeah, so he knows. She's tied into his money really, really deeply, and she could walk away and become the Queen of Pentacles. Somehow, some way, he let her get tied up in everything. And this is why he has lots of anxiety. Like, she's tied into more stuff than Kim was. And this is what he's worried about. He's literally worried about walking away, with nothing due to however this paperwork is going. Why are y'all arguing over if I'm married or not? I never said yes or no. Oh my God. So Bianca does have mafia roots, so I'm sure it's really deep, Angel. I'm not married as of yet, if that helps y'all discussion down there. So yeah, don't be surprised if messages come out soon about issues going on with the money, Knight of Pentacles. Either there's a halt to some businesses, or the money is not, it's not that it's bad, but it's like there's a standstill some type of way. Something is going on where it's like there's a situation also brewing, festering, manifesting somewhat, where Kanye could possibly be manifesting going to jail somehow, some way. He may have gotten himself into some trouble, and this is another reason why he has to be careful. How in the world did you get off into this, Kanye? Yeah, this goes through the court. He stands to lose a lot to get this balance through a new beginning. Is his wife like his power of attorney or something? Said was allegedly appointed special power of attorney for her husband to manage his personal and financial affairs to get his career back on track. Thank you for that, TK. So that makes sense because I kept seeing the way the paperwork is. Right now is the worst time ever for him to go forward with the divorce because the way things are tied up in the paperwork, because of the way the paperwork is, she's going to walk away with everything. That explains why she would have more than what Kim had because she is his power of attorney. Oh boy. But he's also facing going something is threatening his freedom as far as him looking at going to jail. Wounded warrior, four of swords. I feel like he's been wanting out of this situation for a while, but it's like it's dragging on and dragging on and dragging on some type of way. But it has to drag on because of the way this paperwork, the way it's set up. If he doesn't get her off of the paperwork before he files for divorce, he's not going to have any rights anyway. So he's got to get her off of his paperwork before he can do anything. And it looks like he's starting to fight her back. So at one point in time, he may not have ever, spoke up to her or let her have her way. Um, his anxiety is kicking in and he's starting to fight back. He's worried about being watched. So this is showing me he's defensive. He's looking at what did you put into this situation? Now that you want to walk away and leave me with nothing. So it's definitely a battle between the both of them. Let me see what y'all are talking about. You said, okay, I think that Bianca is definitely watching Kanye for the higher ups handler, and I think Kanye is in fear for his life. Interesting that you say that because it's like, if not necessarily his life, he's in fear for his freedom. It's like it's something that somebody may have on him that if they come forward and tell what they have on him, say what they got to say, on some whistleblower type stuff, it may manifest jail time for him. So it definitely would be an end to him either way it goes, not necessarily, his life, but his life as he knows it. Yep, you said Bianca might come out as a victim. If she comes out as a victim with her name on all his paperwork, everything is automatically hers. The star and the 5 of cups falling under this Knight of Swords. Yeah, whatever this is, if this information comes out, it's going to bring shame, disgrace to a star. Y'all, for entertainment purposes only, all things said are alleged, because this is allegedly Wednesdays where all things said are alleged, allegedly. It looks like whatever she's holding over his head threatens his freedom. And when you're threatening somebody's freedom, you're holding something over their head that can keep them from having freedom. They tend to pretty much do what you want them to until further notice. And see, this is dangerous because when a person gets to a point where they no longer care and they get tired of having their back against the wall, they become a dangerous man or woman. Feels like he's at that point. Oh my goodness. Did he put hands and feet on her? I think it's more than that. Because this feels like his freedom. Not, a couple years down, a year or two. Yeah. It's very interesting. I wouldn't even be surprised if she turns up pregnant after they break up. Or it comes out that she's pregnant after they break up. Yep. Ten of Swords. Ten of Cups. The family card. This feels like manipulation in every possible way or form. Emotional, mental, financial. Any and everything to keep him, in alignment. Was this woman sent to him or did he meet her organically? Y'all, the Empress represents creation and bringing things into fruition. Six of Wands here, moving fastly and swiftly professionally. This feels like an opportunity somebody created. Yeah, this feels like an opportunity somebody created. Yep, the Lovers. Look at that, the Lovers and Eight of Pentacles. This was a job, allegedly. This was a job. This feels like she's on assignment. And her assignment was to bring his world to an end or to a close, as he knows, allegedly. Yeah. Definitely feels like she was sent in by someone that is higher on the food chain, and they knew his weakness was sex and sexuality. They took advantage of him and sent this woman in, knowing that he would be weak for this woman because of his sexual energy, and that was his downfall. Yep. The Moon, secret, end of a cycle, the world. It feels like her job was to come in and help to possibly bring an end to him. Yep. In secret, Eight of Swords. She's carrying a heavy secret over Kanye. And I'm telling you, whatever the secret is, could give her everything depending on the decision that she makes, she can walk away with everything and he can go to jail if he's not careful. Oh, this is above them. You said the Kardashians or the Carters. This is above them. All the names that you just mentioned are under investigation, allegedly. Yep, they used his weakness against him. Sent in a good old honeypot. One of the oldest plays in the book. You want to get next to a guy, you want to take advantage of him, send a chick in that he's sexually attracted to. He won't pay attention. He'll be a goofball around her, tell her stuff he ain't got no business telling her, and then wham, you got him. Sad. Said Kanye found her on IG and he hired her to work at Yeezy for her skills in architecture. I bet he was concerned about her skills in architecture. I bet he was. Yep, the irony, he got a gold digger. Didn't he make a song about her? Mike, I'm not messing with you. Ooh, just to think, he married the epitome of that song, not once, but twice. That's why having sexual discipline is important. Yes, it is. A person that can control their lower region can control their whole entire life. You can't control what's going on down there, your whole life is out of whack. Hey, Angel the Babe. Said people thought that Kim was smarter than Bianca, a master's degree holder. Oh, well. Ooh. Said, like, what is that they want from Ye? He really don't be doing anything but minding his business. It's not the minding his business. It's the fact that, you know, it's hard to control them. These people like control. They like knowing that there are no wild cards. Would there be unchallenged, so to speak, and you can never guess from one day to the next if he's going to challenge the status quo. And when he does, he pushes hard. So, yeah. What else y'all got for me to tap in? It's early. Why does it feel so late? Matter of fact, let me see those other videos if they're up yet, because they definitely should be up tonight. I don't know why my content is taking so long to update recently. Like my Clive Davis reading took 2 days to come up. I guess they're catching on to me with the Life After Puffy series. It's taking longer and longer for stuff to upload. But at least y'all got the Emilio Cucci one this morning. Why, thank you, Mike. You said Offset. Kimmy, what would you want to know about Offset this week? Hooey, that feels loaded. Hard work pays. What's up to you? So I never expected to read. I never thought that Bianca was smarter, but not harder, but not a handler. Okay, not a handler, smart. Who isn't a handler in Hollywood all of this point? Mm. So will things go in her favor at court Friday? Will things go in whose favor on court Friday, Angie? So it's embarrassing Cardi and off to cheat are using their marriage as PR is pathetic. Believe it or not, it's not even PR. It's just turning out that way. That's what makes it even worse. You said Krishan. Okay. Said I love to know what's going on with Stefan Diggs, his brother, and the guy who said Stefan tried to. Ooh, oh Lord, that was loaded. I didn't even know that. I couldn't even I couldn't even finish reading that one. Um, After Tory's lawyers submitted their brief, does the appeal court make their decision? Um, I want to say the second week of this month, we should be hearing back from the AG to let us know their decision. Oh, vintage Paris style, honey. If you're tired and you, thank you, the 18th. Um, that's the date they're gonna read the decision. If you're tired, sweetie, go to sleep. We can always watch in the playback. I appreciate you. So, how do I feel about all these storms, Angel? And do you really have any family here in Florida? Um, my prayers, everybody that is affected in that whole entire area. I don't have any current family in Florida. I have family in the Carolinas, Mississippi, Louisiana area. So they're not directly in the path of Milton, but close enough to be affected none the least. And how I feel about the storms is two part. Um, the ancestors are doing some spring cleaning, and the government allegedly is testing out machinery. So it's man against nature right now. Unfortunately, people are suffering. Yeah, Renata, it's actually not PR, but it's turning into PR, which makes it worse. I agree, Angel the Babe. I don't think he understands that when your time is up, karmically, mentally, financially, there's nothing you can do. Money can't save you when you run out of time. And that's what a lot of people are learning this year. That whole situation with the diddler. He offered up to 75 mil to get out and still couldn't. Money this year, going into next year, money is not going to save a lot of people. A lot of people's money and influence is going to belly plop. That's when you know that the hands of time are changing and there's nothing that people can do about it. Um, let me see. Let me pick a deck. Let me pick a deck. My prayers are with you down there in Florida. If you can get out of there, sweetheart, please do. If not, do whatever you have to do to remain safe. Say, am I reading on J-Lo and the Diddy series? You know what? Damn it, I don't have this. Do I have the scratch pad over here? I'm going to add her to the scratch pad. So this is the current list so far, y'all. Don't laugh at my handwriting. It's terrible without nails. But we're up to number 13. I'm waiting for 12 and 13 to upload tonight while we're on this live, which is Meek Mill's and TD Jakes. Next after that, you got Gene Deal coming up. And I'm trying to figure out who to come up with Gene Deal. I'm thinking about Robin Greenfall, who is Diddy's accountant. She worked hand in hand between Diddy and Lou Taylor. And she was the one who was responsible for payments received by the FO workers. So I may do her tomorrow. You said TDK sure has been quiet lately. Baby, he better. He better. So what do I think about Safari? Absolutely hilarious. You welcomed yourself to the family. You picked an inopportune time. I divorced the family. Ooh. So Angel, your read on Clothes Not Him Help the Diddler. Oh, you're talking about Clive. Listen, it was in the title. Says, sorry, kid, can't take you with me. Why, thank you, Mike, for subscribing. Oh, I'm glad you liked the Lucifer Taylor reading. That's I affectionately call her that. Said, I must have been working hard because I missed this notification. I put it out late. You didn't miss much. Said, what's with the Nikki and Safari situation and him coming to her concert? Well, here's the thing. Y'all got to understand something. He came to the concert with cameras cutting the fool in front of the cameras, okay? All for content. And the name of the tour is Gag City, which means she's going to keep you gagging the whole entire tour. So you can't do anything but laugh at Safari because he was never going to get close enough to do anything to her or anything like that. And he is, whether people want to admit it or not, he's a huge part of her catalog and her history. So I thought it was funny. I don't believe Nikki was hurt by his actions at all. Y'all got to stop putting so much off into that. That whole thing, like I said, it's called the Gag City Tour. They're gagging people all the way through the tour. As far as Safari is concerned, she's literally going to move past him like he never happened. It was PR for both of them, and that's that. It was still PR for both of them. That was that. Y'all got to understand how arenas are set up. He's not just coming in with cameras and filming at her show and doing things in the way that he's doing it, where they're doing cuts and edits and all of that without anybody knowing at all that he's coming in with camera equipment. I'm going to tap into the energy around it. Show me the energy around Nikki and Safari for her Gag City tour. Show me the energy around Nikki and Safari at her Gag City tour. Okay, so we've got the Page of Wands, which is new action activity, being defensive. So I do see her being defensive towards his action. Four of Cups, unrequited offer. Nine of Wands. Okay, so she didn't like what he did. She didn't like what he did. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So prepare to not like it. Okay, so she wants to bring in a rest because she has anxiety. Why does she have anxiety? Okay, so secret behind his actions. What about the secret behind his actions? Okay, so she feels like he's trying to build himself off of her, but there's another energy here that's underlying that she's not talking about. Cutting somebody off and moving forward. She's very sensitive about him. I want her to get to the point of why. Why are you sensitive about him? That's a lot. Break it down for me. So what I'm seeing, y'all, is this wasn't necessarily about him. She wanted to make sure that Kenny didn't feel uncomfortable because he was watching. Six of Cups. So him coming forward from the past was uncomfortable. I see it more so because of Kenny. Why is this more so because of Kenny? Messages coming through about a cycle. This isn't about her being worried about anything between him and her. She's worried about Kenny. So she didn't see this coming. Literally, she was more afraid that she wasn't going to be able to control her husband. That's where this energy is coming from. This energy is not even about Safari as much as y'all want to believe. King of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Kenny got a lot of smoke. He got a lot of smoke for this person. For Safari, rather. But you see what you said. Kenny wasn't even there, but when he found out Safari was there, Kenny pulled up. You see what I'm saying? Kenny is the one with the smoke for Safari. This is what she was worried about. I'm telling you what I'm finding behind the scenes. Either you want to listen to it or you don't. I ain't going to argue with none of y'all. I'm looking at what's behind the scenes. This wasn't because Safari did anything to her. She was afraid of what her husband was going to do. Her workplace is an arena. This man wasn't even in the VIP. Y'all got to call an ace a ace and a spade when it come to Kenny. Right. She said that he could have badly gotten hurt. Kenny is a live wire. Y'all, I don't care how much y'all worship Nikki. He's a liability. This is what she was worried about. This wasn't about anything Safari did. She could have laughed off Safari. She was afraid of what could happen to him. Yes, Kenny is Zoo. This is what she was scared of. This is what she was really heartbroken over. She was afraid of what was going to happen to Safari. It wasn't that Safari disrespected her or did anything to her. She was afraid for his safety. Yeah. It's getting harder and harder for her to keep him in the right mindset because he still thinks from the street. And sometimes when he thinks this way, it's not in the best interest for somebody that's running a business. Yeah, his jealousy because he's a hothead can get the best of him. Said Zoo the Aries, so he definitely behaves as an Aries because he's a huge hothead, very aggressive. Especially when it comes to protecting the bag. Ready to run down at any moment. And see, this would cost her big time. This will reverse all of her blessings, everything that she has because of the one she loves. He's got to make some better, more sound choices because they affect her more than they affect him. Like, she really does love him and she holds him down, but he can hold her back. Yeah, Hangman and the Ace of Cups. She loves him, but he can hold her back. Listen, these are 40-plus-year-old people. I don't want to hear no beef from somebody in high school. I'm not buying it. I don't care who sells it. He's getting too old to move the way he moving and think the way he thinking. He's costing her. And if he don't learn to move better, he's gonna cost her everything. That was PR, nothing more, nothing less. He didn't have to take it in a way that he was gonna escalate it or elevate it. Everybody knows that Safari don't come to fight. He come to dance, he come to crack a joke. That's it. I'm not going to get into if they're going to stay together, but I will say he's going to have to change his mindset because he's going to cost her. And she's worked way too hard for him to cost her. Yeah, moving smarter pays better than acting faster, right? He's got to get out of that hood booger mentality from when we were back in high school. It's too many things at stake that are at risk here for him to be behaving a certain way. It wasn't that serious. It really wasn't. Um, it's not about if Nikki will let it happen or not. She can't control him. That's a grown man. She can suggest he don't. She can tell him not to, but it's up to him what he decides to do. I ain't gonna go no further with this because I love some of y'all, but some of y'all delusional. And I'm saying that with love. You really are. That man is gonna cost her far more than what he brings to the table if he don't grow up. She's worked way too hard. You love her that much, you got to be honest about how hard she worked and what she brought to the table. He can come to the table and knock the whole table over, and he didn't help her to build the whole 15 years. It wouldn't be fair for her to lose it all for 15 minutes. Yeah, that's a lot. You know, we're talking about 15 years on the top. She's dedicated her whole life. Why should she possibly lose everything that she's worked for her whole entire life because he feels some type of way for 5-10 minutes? See, he can go back to the block, no problem. She can't go back to the block. What is she going to do in the PJs? That's not fair. That man was not going to bring no harm to his wife in that situation. His little social media views compared to what she do, nothing. That's why you got lawyers and teams. If you want to strike it from the internet, keep him from uploading it, holla at your team. Cease and desist. Send it to, YouTube. Send it to Love and Hip Hop. Guess what? They all got to pull the footage. Don't show it. Don't make no money from it. It's like it never happened. But to pull up and threaten to put hands on somebody who there to sing and dance and spin around in circles, that's lame. I don't care how much money involved. That's lame. I'm going to call an ace and a spade a spade. Besides, he knows that man is no threat to him. When you know somebody's no threat to you, it's a waste of being a bully. So I do see, she's reflecting over the situation. At times, her husband can be considered a forcer because he's so headstrong that if he don't get what he want, it's going to be big trouble in Little China, which is not fair. And see, this is the thing. He's popping off without any problem, known, which is giving her a bad reputation, which can cause people to move on from them. And if he doesn't watch it, he knows she's a great mother. She loves being a mother. But he can cause, questions about the environment that their child is in, which is not fair. And she would have to move around and move away from him to protect her child. So I really feel like he needs to find a better way to deal with his feelings and, always having to pop off because it's starting to get tiresome. So who else y'all want me to tap into? Okay, I see Kelsey's name. Do you think Kelsey is a paid mole? No. No, not at all. They would have filed so much paperwork against her to where she wouldn't even be able to speak, to show her face. We tapped into them earlier, sweetie. They were more so the beginning of the live. Said, I heard she has a second house where Zoo doesn't use it as an address. I don't know about how those arrangements go. I just know he has to work on his anger, or else it's going to really, really, really make things hard for her in a very bad way. She works too hard. How does Kelsey feel about that Nikki addressed it? You're talking about the ad? Oh, don't worry. So you came late. I'm a close down a little earlier today because I'm tired. Said what thing between Ray J and Diddy? Because I found it weird that he called Jag. Okay, that's an interesting one too. Oh, no apologies necessary. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding you properly. Said Krishan in court. Krishan definitely got a lot riding on court because she's got to make sure that she doesn't go in for like 8 or more years. Well, like I said earlier with Krishan, she's spending a lot with this lawyer right now. Okay. She needs to really, really watch what she does, because any wrong move right now, if she sneezes, it can have her back inside. So I see that her lawyer has a plan to where he wants to expose some really dark things that was around her. Show something that has to do with like circumstance. The truth about the situation and her choices can attach to a lover. Like I said, she's got a lot of money tied up right now. She's going to really have to be careful about who she's around, because it's like the whole party life. Everything that she was doing to make money before is becoming a burden to her and her family. So she has no choice. She has to clean up and clear out her life. Poor baby. Like I said, this is costing her a lot, and it's an unrequited offer. She's going to be deep in her feelings about some things that come out in court on Friday. Why? Yeah, she's going to face some hard truths in court with law enforcement. Krishan's going to have to really, I already said this though, she's going to have to walk away from people, places, and things. She's going to be forced to cut people loose, even deal with family different. She's going to have to find, so I can understand the gospel music thing. She's going to have to find new alternative ways of making money. I don't think that they're going to want to see her doing anything else like baddies. She's going to have to really, really face rebranding, finding new things to do. Hold on, that's a lot. Yeah, they want her to walk away from the branding and the imaging that she's already had, that she's been accustomed to. This may possibly be a part of her going before the court with her agreements. They're going to want to see a different way, or a different venue for her to work and make money. And she's going to, they're going to say, hey, this is her, her income. This is what she does. She's a reality star. So they're going to be trying to fight for her to continue to be a reality star, because that's how she makes money. But it looks like the authorities want her to move away from this type of image in life. So it feels like this is why we're getting her leaning towards the gospel music, because they really want her to clean up her act. It's looking like all or nothing. But she has a really good lawyer. Let me see. Yeah, I did warn y'all that Nikki was gonna have to watch the way that Foxy move. Yep, you said that Foxy, that she would side with Jay, and that she did contradicted what Nikki said. it feels very Stockholmish. And when people suffer from things like Stockholm, allegedly, you never know where their allegiance lies. So you got to be careful for people who are really, really deeply intertwined with someone. Um, what's the football player that Cardi says she cheated with? Because I remember somebody asked earlier. I can tap into that. Thank you, Stephen Diggs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stephen Diggs, Stephen Diggs, Stephen Diggs. Stephen Diggs. Oh, Lord. Stephen Diggs. What's the deal with you and Cardi? Hangman attached to the Page of Wands. So Hangman to the Page of Wands leads me to believe that the Hangman came more so from the exposure, because Page of Wands is like, this is beginning stages, like new actions and ways of going about things. So it feels like it got hindered after it got exposed. Interested enough, I hear that he's also dating Carisha. So wow. Yeah, Hangman was the truth, allegedly, about the past. Ooh, messy. So this doesn't feel like this was something that was like a long-term situation where they really got to know each other, kicked it behind the scenes, and were friends. This feel like, somebody throwing somebody like throwing they I guess you say taking a shot rather. I'm a get at you in the DM, see what's popping, see what happens, and something turns into something else. I don't see a long drawn out relationship where people have developed feelings. Queen of Wands. So I do see that he saw her as attractive, and Eight of Cups. He what he's saying about he telling her she should leave and why you let him play you like that. I'm seeing that he really did, speak to her on that level. Um, it's like he feels like she doesn't know her worth. Page of Pentacles. So, let's get to know each other. Let's build on something. Possibly, let's work. King of Pentacles. Oh, Chariot. Six of Pentacles. Y'all. Yeah. So this is like, fall through. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Fall through. I put a couple dollars in your pocket. We'll keep it in the low. We can kick it. What's good with you, right? Five of Wands. But it's like this turned into conflict. This turned into conflict fast. Six of Swords. So it feels like there was a situation where they possibly could have moved forward, could have possibly taken it to the next level, but it was like once it hit the fan that they were dealing with each other, it pretty much stopped everything. So it looks like he's the one that said, okay, this is toxic, I'm gonna move forward. Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Tower. So the way that it's playing out in the media, it's looking like this is how it actually happened. Offset found out what was going on, found out the truth about it, and he decided to ostracize her because of what he found. It became a tower. King of Wands, Six of Cups. So it does look like they had some type of arrangement in the past, but I don't see where it was drawn out, where they got to develop feelings or anything lasting. It seemed like it was over before it began. Yeah, it only made it to like the flirting phase. Yep, Four of Swords. But it brought everything to a halt for her. Women got to realize men can't take a lot of the things that they put women through. So, you know, if you let a man get away with something over and over again, and then you try to go and do it, and all of a sudden all systems is down, can't go forward, you got to understand, you shouldn't have allowed that man to move the way he was moving. And most men can't handle you pulling a them on them. So he couldn't handle her moving like him. Yeah, Ten of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. And see, this is what did it more than anything, because King of Pentacles, Offset as a husband, Page of Pentacles, he's like, you know, my baby, my family. Yeah, it's Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands. So y'all, this affected the stability. And it's like due to the situation happening during pregnancy, Offset can't look past it. It's like any other time but pregnancy. Ace of Cups. Y'all, everybody can't take the energy back. I promise you. She pulled a him on him, and he's showing her what she should have did to him a long time ago. Not tolerated. So it's even more messed up, because it's like all of this for a dude that you didn't even have an emotional bond with. And then the dude come forward and tell that your husband had words with them. And then your husband let it be known that y'all hooked up, you know, while you were carrying his baby. That's a hard pill to swallow for any man. Lord have mercy. Let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah, you said his whole world collapsed when she wanted her get back. Well, I personally, I can't tell nobody what to do. I don't believe in get back, because if you go and pass out, you know what you going on down here because you mad at somebody, guess what? It didn't change the fact that they cheated, and it didn't change the fact that you let them keep doing it. So now it's a never ending toxic cycle when you could have just, shed your tears and moved on, or had an adult conversation and set some guidelines. It's too much. It's way too much. So me neither, Angel. I'd rather walk away than stay in toxicity. Yeah, especially when a baby is involved. You got to think about the spiritual energies and the pathogens and all that stuff you open the baby up to. But to each his own. I ain't gonna tell nobody what to do with their situation. It ain't for me. Hey, Bostress. I would much rather double cross my knees than to let another man bop my baby on the forehead. But that's me. Said, could Camel said Camel and Foxy still be in a relationship? That's a hell of a question. Mm, hold on. Let me see. Camel and Foxy still be in a relationship. How about we say still in alliance? Because they don't have to be in a relationship to be in alliance. Camel and Foxy still in alliance. Are they still in alliance? Wow, first card out. Five of Cups in reverse, Two of Swords. So Five of Cups in reverse is a very interesting card to start everything off, because in reverse it means that there's no shame, there's no remorse, there's no sympathy attached to this situation. This still feels like an upstanding association. Let me tap in a little further. Two of Cups and Judgment. So they're still cordial, but it's like being judged for Two of Cups, which is like, their past relationships. So this is like soulmate type energy. So she has no shame over their association and affiliation in the past, even though people judge their relationship or the relationship they once had. This is one thing that I was afraid of. Princess of Swords. So Princess of Swords is someone that's a little impetuous. This feels a little, I want to say, like arrested development. It's like when she speaks out on his behalf, she speaks out from the voice of young Foxy, almost like she's in a time capsule of some sort. Um, Almost nostalgic, like it's like she's in the mindset of who she was when she first met him as a young woman. So Ten of Cups and the Star. So she still, hold on, bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. She still holds him in, respectable regard. Um, this is somebody who's like family, someone who, you know, um, she had a lot of hope for, a person that she went into stardom with. Someone who invested in her. Knight of Cups. She's still very nostalgic over the energy between the both of them. Emperor and High Priestess. So he still has control over a lot of energy around her life. Yeah. So I feel like even like they have their back and forth, their battles, they go back and forth whenever they do talk, but she's very, very loyal. Very loyal. So she wants Prego by Jay. I ain't gonna go all the way back through their history because they got a long history. That could be a 3-hour live by itself. Um, I can just tell you, she may want to, move on from a certain period in her life where he was attached to it, but I don't see any shame, any remorse for the way that they dealt with each other, the past, and I still see a lot of loyalty. She fights back against the people who judge her and the relationship and the association. There's a lot of her life that's tied up in this, and she's got to look at being ostracized, losing a lot. So it looks like, the Fool in reverse, this is what keeps her from, stepping out. It's what she could lose. Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles. So she's, thought about having balance through a new beginning in music. And she's thinking about, both sides of this equation, how this situation can work out and what it means for her life. It's a lot of mixed emotions here, but I'm not seeing strong emotions. Not in the way you would think. It's more about how would my life go, what's going to happen to me. You got the Knight of Wands here with the Eight of Wands, which means things happen or tend to happen around him very swiftly, like in a whirlwind, even like the way that they came into each other's life in the beginning. Tried to keep it a secret about how they actually dealt with each other. Publicly, they had to bring an end to how they dealt with each other, but I'm seeing that there is still a heavy investment here. No matter what, no matter how it goes, this all roads from the past lead back to court, y'all. So no matter what, everybody's got to go to court. And said, why does she hide like she never posts her photos? So is he still giving her money? I see an investment. But the way that this is going, it's all going to court regardless, whether she wants it to or not. And this has got to be really hard on Nikki, because she's already, shrinking her circle down, doing what's best for her, trying to keep, squares out her circle. And it's like the closer and closer the circle is, the more and more she's finding out how many leaks it is in the ship. Do you talk about the things that the public doesn't know is going on with Megan in your private community? You mentioned a couple of things in your reading on there. Can you give me a little bit more context to where you're going with that? I'm waiting to see what the context could be. Okay. Well, y'all, in a minute, I'm going to wrap it up. Anything that I missed so far, please, somebody remind me. I'm trying to make sure I can get through as many requests as possible before I go ahead and get off of here. Baby, I want to say hi back to where you come from, but I do not want to insult you. I don't think I can pronounce that properly. Wonder what is going on with my uploads. Why is it taking this so long for my videos to upload? Hopefully those last two will be up tonight shortly. So will we find out withheld information on the 18th as well? You're going to keep finding out information. The first withheld information was huge. I will say the AG has been very, very accommodating by unsealing files and allowing both parties to hear and see all evidence that was not displayed the first time around. So I will give it to the Attorney General's office that they are doing a fair job of allowing a lot of information to be resubmitted. So I think they're saying, like, when you go to another page where you go deeper into things like after your own initial readings. The majority of what I have is here on the regular page. I only have one reading in membership, and it's more so like it's a video comparing both the liquor brands between Megan and Beyonce, talking about the work that went into each line and the launches. So whatever you see on this page, that's pretty much it. So you were reading cards, something came up and you said that the public didn't know about it, so you were going to leave that alone. I was just wondering if you went more in depth about it. No, sweetheart. When I choose to not go into something, it's my way of pulling back, because I'm not doing this as a private reading. So I only tap into the things that are out in the public. If it's something that I would only discuss with a client in private, I usually won't put it on my page. But I've gone in depth several times over, so it's not much more I need to really say. Like I said earlier, the Emilio Cucci reading, because this is my second reading on him. Um, it re-solidified that starting from his case on out, she's gonna have to face a lot of stuff on her own because the people that she usually go to, they're busy. They got way too much to concern themselves with than to get involved and help her in certain situations. They just don't have it to give right now. How are you, Kevin Rodriguez? Jamaica, I hope I'm saying your name right, sweetheart. Please let me know. Um, and thank you for being so polite when you ask. Can we do a tap in on Allie Carter? I can tap in on Allie Carter. She's an adult now, so that's not a problem. Have I talked about Tyler Perry? Um, a light dusting here and there. Um, it depends on what the conversation is. Allie Carter, Allie Carter. Let me see. What deck am I going to use? You're welcome. Do I do true crime cases? Yes, sweetheart. This channel actually was started with true crime cases. Um, my gift is more so in mediumship, so I do very well with cases with people who are no longer here and helping to solve cold cases. So that is how this channel was started. It just took a turn into the celebrity sector. Let's see. Allie Carter, Allie Carter. Hold on. Let me anoint my hands because this is one of them types of territories. Alrighty, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, tap me into the energy of Allie Carter. What is to be seen and what needs to be known about Allie Carter? So we've got exposure after walking away from a situation. Also, happier times came for her after she walked away from a situation. Okay, so she does have a lot of fear and anxiety of people watching her. People who invested a lot of money into situations. Talks about how walking away brought hope into her life. Also having to walk away from some very star-studded people. Yeah. Trigger warning, y'all. This talks about a lot of anxiety, a lot of shame, a lot of dark feelings and remorse around things that happen um, from people who spent a lot of money. Okay? I gotta find creative ways to say certain things because this is touchy. This represents being seen, high visibility, possibly things that are on tapes. Let's get you out of here. Okay. So here it is. This person, this controlling figure, a person that could have been seen as a father figure, a paternal figure, a very strong figure. Uh, what about him? So she knows she has very strong figures, very controlling people who watch her. And she has to think about it with every decision, every choice that she makes. Here it is. Some of these people are in law enforcement, allegedly. But she's going to continue to expose and shine a light on things and tell her truth. Said Allie has a TikTok page. She says she was trafficked as a child and has been a part of the Diddler situation. Yeah, Wounded Warrior. She went through this for a long time, possibly like 9 years. That's sad. This represents parties and jovial situations. It feels like she got to a certain age, a certain point in her life, and she was able to walk away from things and go independent. Almost like she aged out. Wow. Y'all, this feels like someone who may have aged out of the system, and then as she aged out of the system, somebody may have allegedly put a price on her when she aged out of the system. So instead of letting her just age out of the system, they could have allegedly sold her. This is why she's so afraid of, law enforcement and the judicial system, because it looks like allegedly some of these people were involved in a situation at hand that happened to her. Um, this card falling under the star, it's apparent to me that a very prominent person could have been like this with law enforcement. Does anybody know if she has children? Because this is so messed up. It feels like a mother figure, someone who's very prominent, or someone who's supposed to appear like a mother figure to her. Could have even been an alleged foster parent. Is someone who was supposed to be like a mother figure knew what was happening to her. Yeah, people she trusted to be like family brought her heartbreak. Somebody who was supposed to be a caretaker, supposed to be responsible for her. It looks like they are the ones who brought her into this type of situation, allegedly. Wow, she says she cannot bear kids because of alleged abuse. That is so sad. Um, I hate to say it. Um, she. It looks like this was caused because of. It's so hard. It's like this was caused because abusers left evidence. And if you remove evidence enough, it will permanently prevent someone from being able to be fertile. She had it bad. This is terrible. But I do feel like, you know, somebody who was supposed to be responsible for her, caretaker, somebody who possibly worked, you know, throughout like law enforcement, possibly the state, like someone that's intertwined in the system. It feels like they put her in this position. Yeah, it could have been one of those companies with those alphabets. It could have been allegedly. But it looks like whoever was supposed to be responsible for her brought her to this. And they brought her very young. Very, very young. This is a child that is before the age of 12. Yep. Heartbreak that brought someone else stability. And it was an ends to a means. This is so sad. This really does feel like someone who got children to make money off of them and then found another horrible, diabolical way to allegedly make money off of them. And when she aged out, it seemed like whoever this was made money on the back end and allegedly put her on the auction block when she was old enough to age out. Yep. Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups. It was a wish fulfillment to put her in these types of situations for profit. I'm going to tap out of this energy because this is messed up. Hi, video game theorists. Welcome to my channel. Will she be safe and will she get justice? I think she's gonna be okay. Because you got to realize she didn't start speaking recently. The person that she's accusing is never going to be free again. But the messed up part is so many other people that are attached to this person could cause her issues, because I got a feeling that she hasn't said a fraction of what actually happened to her, and she didn't name all the names of who was possibly present. So those people are more so than anything going to be the ones that she has to be careful. Yeah, those are the people she's going to have to be careful with. But here's the thing. If anything was to happen to her, it's definitely going to cause more of upheaval for the people that are involved in the Leave Her Alone. She said Tupac is her daddy, and because he signed the contract, he gave her up, but he didn't know. I've never heard that. I got to check into that. So, wow, Angel, thanks. You literally have confirmed everything that she's been saying for years. And I pray for her and all of the victims get swift justice. I'm going to have to look her up because I don't know her full story, but I see that she was very, very young. And sad to say it, the majority of her life, this is what she knows. So I do wish her the best, and I wish her healing spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Because things that happen to you physically, you can heal from, but emotionally and mentally is the hardest things to heal from. D, do me a favor, email me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com, and we'll do personals. That's something that will be best one-on-one. I do channel for people, but certain things I won't do in a live for the channel. But yeah, email me. Angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. Oh, thank you, Johnson Clark said, yeah, she spilled a lot. Um, One of these days, y'all gonna understand Jaguar is not the worst that can happen. Y'all really gotta understand Jaguar don't give y'all a fraction of what she know. It's not what she says that scares these people, it's what she hasn't said yet. Let's see. Yeah, it's what she hasn't said yet. Y'all gotta know these people are not taking her to court on purpose. It's not what she said, it's what she can prove and what she hasn't said yet. It said at Angel said my son transitioned to, I want to say it's 2 years ago. Can you please let me know if he's okay? Um, like I said, just those types of requests, email me. I haven't seen an email from you, Lioness. I'm usually really, really prompt with my emails. Make sure that it's angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. As soon as I see it, I usually send an email back as soon as possible. I do a lot of business out of my email, so I check them quite regularly. Did you see Unite the People remove all of Snoop Dogg's murder charges, including the famous murder charge from the 90s? No, I didn't see that. Fun fact, y'all. So, Snoop's father used to be a mailman on the east side of Detroit. He was my mother's mailman, Mr. Broadus. And when he left Detroit, he was moving to California because his son had caught that case in the 90s. I'll be looking for your email. Said, not saying Jag is bad, but her shenanigans like the one she pulled with the lady that claimed to be Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter was a lot. Well, here's the thing. Will I ever tell you that any of these people are 100%? No, because there's no such thing. None of us are perfect. But what I will tell you is this. If you think she's a lot, wait until you find out what's going on behind the scenes with a lot of y'all favorites. I promise you. You're going to look at life a lot different when you see what a lot of y'all favorites are into, unfortunately. You said you're not waiting on your Snoop reading. Y'all, I promise you. It's some people I get upset to tap into because it's like, oh man, I liked you and I knew it was something. Yeah, I promise you. Some of them you can give some sympathy to because you come into a situation as a child star, everything is jaded, the outlook is crazy. But other people, they're tapped into some really dark stuff spiritually. And it takes, I'll give a perfect example. I did 2 readings for the Life After Puffy series back to back. I had no problems. The minute I tapped into the Emilio Cucci reading, out of nowhere, it was like my face swole. I couldn't stop sneezing. And then when I finally got to a certain point in the reading, all of that energy stopped. So when I tell you, y'all, some of these people are running scared right now because they never thought in a million years that things that they've done will come to fruition, especially from 20, 30, 40 years ago. I want y'all to think about young Jock told us that he was there kicking it with Cassie. He was there when Diddy saw the half shaved off look on. It was one of the white party goers at a club. And he said that the girl was stunning, said she was beautiful. And he told Cassie the next day, shave her hair off. Now, y'all, look at the list of possible co-conspirators. This man didn't even understand telling that story put him in alignment for them to look into him. Now they want to know about what all did you witness at these parties? What did you take part in? Where are you at on these videos? And I knew it was something when his wife was talking about she was filing for divorce. And I'm like, she married the man having umpteen children. So if you can marry somebody, in those situations, it's not much that'll make you walk away. But it would make sense as a lawyer to find out that he could have been attached to something like this. Like they could have already found out a few weeks back, and then boom, now it's released to the public. Chances are, as a lawyer, she don't want to get involved in that, and she don't want her assets tied up in that, and that's why they're getting a divorce. Said, was Justin Bieber a foster child? No, he wasn't. They found him via YouTube. He was uploading videos while he was in Canada. And I want to say Usher had his team to contact Justin and his people, and they flew him into the United States to work with him. So no, he wasn't a foster child. But y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to call it a night. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Okay. I see I got a message already, so I'm definitely going to check my email. Said little Scrappy said the same thing, that he was at the parties, but the regular parties, and claimed to everyone who was there. Well, that's going to be the thing. They got to find out, who are at the elite parties and who are at the regular parties, because either way it goes, it's no telling how many hours they have to comb through. Oh, I love you too, sweetie. You be safe down there in Florida. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I'm gonna get myself together, relax, and y'all might get an extra live out of me this week. I'm gonna see how I feel. Okay, I'm see. Oh, y'all have a great evening too. Yeah, whoo, goodness, y'all. The Life After Puffy series, it just seems, when I tell y'all, this seems like the story that will never end. But as long as y'all have an interest in it, I'm gonna keep it going. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start content surfing tonight to see what else I'm gonna, tap into for the rest of the week. Because I think the Pierce situation, Pierce Morgan, I think that deserves a deep dive. So I'm going to tap into that, and I'm gonna put up some. I'm gonna put up some polls. I want to say in membership, because I want to start a membership live, one for tarot class and one for regular membership, where we can go live and we can kind of, we can skip all the bots and just kick it with us and have more grown folk conversation. But watch out for those polls and live, so I can see which day is the best day where everybody would like to participate. And I'll be talking to y'all soon. Good night, y'all. Bye bye.